What is up, everybody? We are live. We are doing SKALE's first ever developer showcase. With me, we have Mr. Manel. How you doing, man?
Oh, great. Yeah, pretty excited to do the first episode of this series. It's like we have the most incredible developer, so yeah, it's pretty easy to do this kind of show.
And our first guest for today, Isan from Functionland. How you doing, man?
Good. Thank you. And it's a pleasure to be on the first ever show, like the first dev to showcase.
And the first one. What a pleasure.
First show, first guest.
Yeah, thanks.
So why don't you give the people a little introduction about yourself?
Sure. So my name is Ehsan. I'm the co-founder of Functionland. My background is in tech. I've been in the tech world for like 20 years, more than 20 years. I started coding with QBasic back then. For Functionland, like we started Functionland in 2021 with a vision that we have. So, like when the internet started in 20s, 90s, we started to see these services like Yahoo at that time to come online. And the thing was, we used to store like Yahoo used to store their data on Yahoo servers. Then web came, and those Yahoo servers migrated to, like other services like Google that we are using today. And people started to store their data on other servers, like Google servers, AWS servers. And when blockchain came, everyone was so excited that now we are getting decentralization. But what we ended up was, like having Ethereum nodes on AWS, having Bitcoin miners on Azure. So it really wasn't still decentralized. And the reason that we thought of at that time, like in 2021 was, like the problem is creating infrastructure is costly. Like people don't want to spend money and time on creating data centers and, like decentralized data centers. And then you have to spend time and money on maintaining it. So with that in mind, we wanted to decentralize the data storage, which is the base layer of everything we use, even the AI. Like right now, everyone is so hyped about the AI, but like all of these AIs are still powering these central servers. So what we did was we created a protocol based on IPFS to decentralize everything, like the data storage layer. People just use their machines or one of our own machines, which is plug and play, to join the network. These machines create a network together, basically connect with each other and create a large disk space, which then you can store data on these machines, which are personal owned instead of using a central server. So I try to keep it brief.
That's awesome. And can you please very quickly go through how can you use your infrastructure to store data?
So there are two sides, right? The storage providers are individuals like you and me, like they are people who have our nodes at their home on the corner of their desk. There is no really cost of infrastructure needed, and it's more environmental friendly than a data center, right? So these are the storage providers. Then they earn tokens for the storage that they provide. On the storage user side, we provide S3 compatible APIs. So basically, companies, application developers, or users who want to store data, they can simply switch to our storage network. It's not our storage network, but basically Functionland network, with just a change of the API URL. That's it. The data will be on Functionland network.
Perfect. Yeah. I've tried myself, and it's super easy to use it, and I'll keep using and trying doing different demos. I think we can now jump to the demo, right, Falkor?
100%. Yeah. Let's show the people what you've been working on, man.
Yeah. Sure. So when the X402, like protocol was added to Scale, I was very excited because now we can, like integrate the storage network that we have, the S3 compatible network that we have with this feature on a Scale network, and we already were on a Scale, so it was, like a very good path we took. So before going into the actual like demo, since it's more on the back end, it's like coding, I just created like a video just to make it easier. So on our side, like as I said, the APIs are S3 compatible. So you can use, like the normal S3 calls, like put bucket a key to store a file, get bucket key to get a file, like check a file existence with the head request, or delete a file. So it's basically working with buckets in the same as you work with buckets on AWS and store data. Now with this X402 API in between the storage, like agents can now use these APIs to store and get data without any human interaction. And like all of the information about the protocol is basically on our website, docsfx.land, full API. So you can, if anyone is interested in to go deeper into how things work, they can check it. And there are also test scripts that anyone can run themselves. Like if they go to the website, the instructions are there. They can just clone it on their own machine and run it. Very simple.
Yeah, it's super easy. I've tried myself on
yeah, like it just requires, like your wallet runs a test for you, and you can see. So just in terms of the test that it runs, it basically uploads a file to the S3. So like what you see in the first test in the upload is basically it calls the X402 API to check the balance. If there is enough balance, if there is not enough balance, it basically like requires the caller to pay. After the payment, it just calls the S3 API to insert a test bucket in this scenario here. And as I said, since everything that we do is on a decentralized network, which is powered by IPFS, at the end, when you upload a file, it gives you the CID of the file that you uploaded, and you can access it from any IPFS gateway. So be it Fula or other IPFS gateways, you can access that piece of data. So for example, this is like what the CID, and you can access this CID from the IPFS gateway. That like this. So this was like a test file that was uploaded and accessible from any IPFS gateway. So there is no single point of failure. If at any point Fula network or function LAN nodes go offline, you can still have access to the file. And that's the beauty of the decentralized data storage. Downloading through the again through X402 API is free. So you only pay for upload. You can then download it as many times as you want, and it's like again a get API call to the S3 API. So you get the file and in the same format that you uploaded. And again, you can delete it in the same format that you work with the central data storage. The file, like we send the unpin request to the node, and the node unpin the file.
And correct me if I'm wrong. The way to use this is like the exact same way as any client server X402 protocol, right? You just use a facilitator, and through your endpoint, right? You just make an X402 payment, and you can upload on your IPFS network, right?
Exactly, like the X402, that's like that removes the manual work, so the agents can automatically like pay for the storage and upload and download.
Yeah.
but you can also like have the manual way of like interacting with the S3 API directly. And as you mentioned it properly, this is just the entry point, because when the data is stored, it's basically on the IP on the IPFS network. So
Mhm.
there is no single point of failure. If this entry point goes down for some reason, we can still have access to your data.
In the end of the day, it's a great usage or a great way to explain how you can use X42, right? Because probably in previously you were using some API key and require the user to have some other payment provider, and with this you just need X42, right?
Exactly. You just need X402. Like there is no like API creation requirement, nothing. Like just your wallet. Everything then is handled by like the client agent. That's automatic. No manual API creation or manual API management is needed. Uh, like the agents can check the pricing. If they want, usually like agents don't do it, but they just call the storage API directly. But in case like in custom requirements, and they also can add credit. So for example, if the initial payment was for 1 hour or 1 day of data storage, and now it needs to extend it, they can simply call the API and extend the timing of the storage by, again, like paying more or adding more to the credit. So, yep, that was a quick demo of the X42.
Incredible. It really looks like you guys are utilizing it to, most of its capabilities, as much as possible. It's awesome seeing different projects and the way that they utilize them. It's fascinating how one, piece of infrastructure can be viewed and used in so many different ways.
And actually, just one thing to quickly show again, I forgot this part, is how, like, so when you, I know that like that X402 is basically removing the manual work, but for those who are, like want to go deeper and see what's happening in the back end, like when you upload a file, this is my own account. So when you upload a file, you can basically go and check what's being pinned and how it's being pinned on the backend too, on your backend, and you can exactly like see what's going on, where the files that I'm uploading are, where they are being pinned. So they are being pinned right now on these 6 devices, and by pinned I mean these are the devices that are keeping a copy of that piece of data that I uploaded. If one of these devices go offline in the network automatically rearranges my data so that another device picks up the data and copies it. So it keeps this 6 copy for my data, and I can check like where it is, what device IP, not IP, what device hash is basically holding them.
Amazing. Manel, anything more you'd like to ask our first ever guest?
I would like to know, like, firstly, probably is a question with 2 pieces. First of all, it's like, what excites you about Scale? You just, X42 is running your on Scale base, right, on the new Scale chain. And what do you see the next steps there are, and also the next steps for your product? What are you thinking will be the next feature and release?
So I think you already know it. It's the speed, and the fact of the zero gas fee both creates like an environment that like people can easily work with it with the Scale. Like we have right now 1,000 of our nodes in the network, and these networks, these node owners, they use a Scale, and the benefit is like when they receive their tokens and they want to claim it, they don't really need to care about like, do I have the gas fee or not? They just go and claim it. And now I think with this addition of X402, it will be the same for the agents who want to use the service. They just use it, without like being concerned about having to pay gas fees. And also the speed, like, because now when you want to store something, you have to wait for the payment to go through. With the speed of a scale, this is really instant, so they don't add that, it doesn't add that overhead in time of wait time to their request. And this is very important because when agents are at work, we all know that like for AI agents specifically, speed is something of importance.
True, absolutely.
And in terms of the next step, actually, so right now our network of nodes, they are sharing a storage, but we are also working on because the nodes also have NPU, like, which is neural processing units in them. So we want to create a network of these NPUs as well to enable some level of processing across the network. It's still very early, so it takes some time, but hopefully it can be both decentralized storage and decentralized compute network.
Okay, that's very interesting. That's something for another. It's a topic for another showcase, I would say.
100%. Eshan, thank you so much for joining us. Anything further you'd like to say before we jump on to our next guest?
For now, I think that was it. Thank you. Thanks for the amazing support that I received from the Scale team so far. In terms of like when I was developing in a Scale, I received tons of support from your team, and I want to thank you.
No worries at all. All credit to
All
Mr.
pleasure.
Manel and Sawyer.
Yeah, it's all pleasure.
Ishan, thank you so much for joining us. It's been a pleasure, and hopefully we see you again.
Same here. Have a good day.
Bye-bye.
In a bit. Bye. Bye. Hey, Manel, I think that went well. First guest?
I think, yeah. I think we couldn't ask for more, right?
No, 100%. 100%. Now, no pressure to our second guest.
But I have high hopes for the next one, to be honest. I really like the guy and the project.
Well, let's not wait any longer and let's bring up Mr. Fabrizio. I have no idea if I butchered your name.
No, you said it correctly.
Yeah, that's correct. Hi, guys. Boa tarde, Manuel.
Boa tarde.
Well, hello there, kind sir. Why don't you give the people a little introduction about who you are, what is Kobaru, and what you're going to be showing us today?
Okay, so I've been working with payments for like 15 years in Latin America. I'm Brazilian. Working in launching mainly credit card products here. I launched acquiring operations in Brazil, Argentina, Mexico. I led integrations with acquiring 15 different countries here in the region. I've been working with building credit products as well, not only in the payment space, but also lending products. So I've been working in payments a long time. I don't know why. It makes no sense for me to like so much working payment. I think I love complexity or solving complexity. For me, it's like a fun puzzle to solve. Payments can be really complex. And that's part of the reason that I launched this new product, Kobaru, to I think everything to bring some of that experience in to
Hey, Fabrizio. You're a little laggy at the moment. Would you like to turn your camera off and maybe that'll make it a little bit less laggy? It always happens when we're live. Technical difficulties. At least I haven't pressed any of my weird buttons yet. Well, while we wait, Manel, Manel, why don't you? What's going on, man?
We have
Oh, he's back.
Sorry guys, the internet connection here today is not very good.
No worries. Do you want to turn your? It might be better if you were to like keep your camera off. Maybe it would be better.
Okay.
Give
I'm not
a
that
go.
pretty, so I think it's going to be better for you if I just close the camera.
Everyone's beautiful. Everyone's beautiful, man. So yeah, why don't you continue giving us a little bit of rundown of
yeah.
Go Kabaru?
So yeah, so I worked several years for with payments, and I worked with a lot of merchants that wanted to charge, for example, for usage, but we know the difficulties of doing that in for traditional payments methods like credit cards. So when I heard about X42, I said, no, that's a thing that is going to solve a problem, and we can like use leverage. We can leverage new technologies to make something that works, is better, and does not have that kind of complexity. I even worked at a multinational company that had a large payment gateway that was really good. It was fast, it was resilient, but it was expensive. Expensive to maintain, expensive to operate, expensive to develop new features. So I think using new technologies today, we can have that same level of resiliency, low latency, etc. But the cost, I think it's not worth, and we can make viable these micropayment for several industries.
Very interesting. Very interesting. So do you have a demo with you today or no?
So I had a video, but I think I'm going to just share the screen with you. I think we have a lot of demos using seeing the transactional flow of X42, but I think the point is we can process transactions like any other facilitator. You can host your own facilitator, but our goal is to enable developers and companies to focus on their core business while we solve everything payment wise. So I think one thing that is really interesting is about our dashboard. We want to turn this into like a revenue command center, so you can see how much we are making, which endpoints are more profitable, and this kind of things. And like we are doing a lot of new features to have this kind of view here. Those are just mock transactions, so it's okay to show. Um, Developers can also see their transaction in live as they shoot the transaction to us. They have a panel here. They can see everything that's going on. And for example, this transaction is rejected. They know exactly why it was rejected. If they come here, they can see the transaction hash and see the result in the block explorer. Everything here, nice and easy. And one thing that I think it's really interesting is the proxy. The idea is just you have an API that you want to like sell, and what we do is we put our proxy in front of your API. We do all the payment for you, and then we just relay the request to you. So here we can see, for example, if someone reaches this endpoint, we are going to do the payment. We are going to make the request to this page URL. And you can set the prices. You can do paper requests, like I can pay 1 cent for 10 requests, for example, or I can pay 10 cents for 30 minutes. to access the API. We have routes exceptions, and the whole configuration and all the possibilities, all the chains, values, routes, and etc. can be like a little bit complex. But that's why we put like the status in plain English. So these APIs receiving requests at this endpoint, which forwards to this your API, is going to charge 1 cent on base Apolia, for example. Um, for one request, 10 cents on Solana for 6 minutes, or less than a cent on Scale for one request. So merchants can have this kind of granularity here, but we make everything really, really easy for them. So I think it's like the product that I like the most at the moment, because I'm going to launch a new one today. Um, and yeah,
Inside
it's
scoop,
been
guys.
pretty
New
fun
products
building
being
it.
launched.
And it's pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah,
I've looked myself.
I reserved the launch for you guys for today.
Perfect.
Let me show you.
There you go.
So we are already like processing this kind of transactions. We have all the X42 V2 features like buzzer discovery, etc. So what we are launching now is like your own MCP. And we are even calling it effortless MCP, because the idea is you have your APIs, they are working, but people want to use them in Cloud Code, for example. So, but it's really hard to do that. You have like to think about perhaps subscription, how you're going to charge, add new lines of code, add authorization complexity, and I think all these can be abstracted using the X42 protocol. So our idea is you already have your APIs using Cobaro, for example, and you can get here, just enable MCP service, and users going to be able to use our APIs, and you won't need to worry about how they're going to do that. And we are going to even generate all the instructions. So your users just had to use npm install Cobaro MCP, Cobaro MCP setup, your merchant's log that we're going to generate here in the dashboard, and that's it. So they are going to just use those two commands. We have like a wizard is going to ask them if they are is going to list the tools, ask if they are okay to install that, and that's it. So as soon as and we are even going to install with automatically with several AI clients like Antigravity, Cloud Code, Gemini, CLI, etc. So, for example, user is on Gemini, I can just ask it to fetch or to use a tool. Since we already have this client, the MCP client installed in their machine, and we are going to manage the budget there. So we users can even have two options. They use our built-in wallet that is really simple, and the private key stays private in their operating system keyring. In my case here, for example, K Wallet, or you can use Coinbase AWOL. So it's very secure. Merchant just the user just type whatever they want. The CLI agent is going to fetch the merchant resource without any changes to merchant. Any work, it works both ways. It works if the merchant is using the standard SDK with the store extension, default store extension, or our proxy service. So I think that's the thing. We are going to we are trying to remove this complexity. You already have APIs. you can use our proxy to sell data to agents. And now with absolutely no effort, you can give access to several people and developers using your APIs as well through those clients.
Yeah, this is what I like so much about Kubaru, because basically you get everything. It's all in one platform, right? If I'm a developer, you give me the possibility like to do, okay, I can code myself things, I can create a server, whatever. You give me that possibility, or if I want, I can also just rely on that for you on Kubaru platform and use things and everything. So you give a lot of flexibility to the developer. Yeah, and yeah, and it's super easy. I've tried myself a lot of different things on Kubaru. For example, it's super easy. You recently updated the support for X42 payments on Scalebase for different tokens, right? USDC, USDT, Rapid BTC, right? And in just one click, you can enable those tokens and also enable if the transactions are byte encrypted or not, right? With the X42 payments with those tokens are byte enabled or not. So it's super easy. The user of the developer in this case needs to do like 2 clicks, right? So yeah, just congrats for this amazing product.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you very much.
Incredible. Well, Fabrizio, we really appreciate you coming on, giving us a bit of a rundown on, what Kubaru is up to, what you guys are making. Anything final before we say goodbye?
Just thank you. It's been amazing working, particularly with you guys with Scale. I think having like a for-purpose blockchain for X42 that's been the case of Scale on base. I think it makes a lot of difference, and working with you guys is like a real pleasure. I really like this team, especially Manuel. We talk almost on a daily basis, super always helpful. So thank you guys.
Likewise, and go try the effortless MCP.
Yeah, please do.
Sounds
It seemed like beta. I need people to try it.
Yeah, just like try it and give feedback. That's like
Yeah,
right? You're builders.
100%.
exactly.
Fabrizio, thank you so much for joining us, and we look forward to having you back on in the future, man.
Okay, thank you very much. It was a
Josh,
pleasure.
obrigado,
Bye
Fabrizio.
bye.
It's interesting, it's a lot of I really like the idea of the effortless MCP.
Yeah.
Just bringing more use cases and easier ways to utilize X42.
Yeah, I think all his application is around that. Make life simple. We've seen a lot of, and it's normal. Like we're just in the beginning, so a lot of times developers are just trying and make things work. So now we are just in this building and at the same time refining period that makes things easier. So it's good to see these kind of things.
100%. Well, Manel, we have another guest.
Yeah, don't stop, never stop.
Can't stop, won't stop.
We should have a karaoke at the end.
You want to do karaoke? We can do it. You want to do live karaoke? Ibam, are you up for some karaoke?
We can make music after this with Sona.
Yes. Amazing.
That's true.
Ibam, welcome to the Scale Developer Showcase, the first one we've done. Why don't you give the sorry. Well, why don't you give the people a little introduction about yourself and what Exona is?
Okay, so thank you everyone for having me in here. So I'm Ibam, and I'm developer of Sona Agent. So I've been working in AI like for 3 years and 4 years, and one of the high demands on AI is like a content generation. So and then last year I met with X42, and then I learned about agentic economic as well, and I'm thinking about how uh, can we blend this content generation into the agentic economic and export too? So what is the problem in here is actually like if the agent want to do a creation or a generation, they need to have like API keys from uh, many platform. Like if you want to use Google, then you need to have the Gemini API key, and if you want to use Grok, you need to have the Grok API key. So I'm
Mhm.
thinking to be like the bridge for anything of the content generation into a one agent, which is Sona. So basically that's what we do right now. So we have like Nano Banana Pro, Grok Imagine, Quen, Dream, and then Grok Imagine for the video as well. And the latest one is like I'm also putting music generation from Elephant Labs. So agents doesn't need to like having those all API keys, just need to only hit our resources to create a content generation. And then uh, we are also thinking like, okay, this content generation is actually like it's not only created by built for agents. So the demands is also for the creators, which is humans. And so we are making our platform uh, as simple as possible for creators to access our agent and create the content inside our platform, and all utilizing the export too. So they doesn't need to subscribe. They only need to have pay per use whenever they want to create the content.
Mhm.
It's a model that myself and Sawyer had been speaking about quite often because especially with the multitude of different AI content creation providers, right? You don't want to lock yourself into a long subscription or an expensive subscription when you don't actually know what the output's going to be like, right? And having
Correct.
something like what you guys have, it opens up not only the possibility for companies to make more off of their API, but for users to get more specialized output when they are utilizing this AI content creation.
I
Cool.
100% agree. And to double click on that, I've made so many mistakes on subscribing things for 1 month, 2 months, right? And with this, the X42, like I just can test it in like 1 minute. Do I really want this or not, right? So yeah,
Yes. It's like a playground.
exactly, almost like that. Yeah, and I tried myself Chona, and yeah, first of all, really good UX UI, super clean and smooth. Yeah.
As we talk about, Iban, why don't you bring up the site and then we can
Oh, yeah,
show
yeah,
you.
Yeah. I will share my screen. How to share screen? This one. Share screen. Let's try Windows. Okay, can you guys see my screen?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay, so this is our site, Sona Action. Okay, so first of all, we use a wallet out in here. So we are also supporting Solana and EVM wallet in here. So user need to like top up their wallet first to use our export to resources. And then we also support Pay, support Scale, and support Solana in here.
Mhm.
And this is how it looks like for our agent interface. So we have like a 4-component creativity in here, which first one is for discover ideas, and then the second one is generate image, generate video, and the latest one is generate music. So let's try. I hope there is no error in here.
I tried myself yesterday and worked. So
Okay. Let's create young man wearing hoodie, black hoodie. Actually, I'm preparing something like this. Standing in the middle of So in here, we will have like a window for user to do the export to transaction in here. And user can choose between the model that we've provide, like Nano Banana, Croc Imagine, or C-Dream. For example, C-Dream. And then in here, there is a network options.
Yeah, I really like these like options you give the user. I think a lot of times the user feels almost like he has no option. And I think, yeah, perfect.
Yes, it's very fast. And in here, user can see the transaction. Here, scale or
Yeah.
base.
Perfect.
And make it move, for example. And then our agent will propose to create a video. So example,
And one question: is the price of the price dynamic, like depending on the prompt that you give, like
oh,
more complex
the
prompt?
latest one is dynamic. But
Okay.
for this video, because I like a short video, it's on fixed 10 seconds, so it's not dynamic.
Yeah. Okay. I meant I meant on the previous one. So generating the image. Okay, makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's insane. Yeah.
For the dynamic price, we are using on the music generation.
Got it.
I would like to see if
So
my
it varies. It varies the price, considering like how long the music.
correct.
Right. Exactly.
Correct. So maybe it's more clear in here, clearer in here. So like,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, depends on the duration of the music.
Yeah.
And in here we have like our resources catalog. So like for the builders that want to integrate our resources or use our resources, they can see all our resources in here. So we also have like another creative resource that not only bridging the generation model, which is like we have X news in here, which you can put any X username, and then it will create a tweet ready to use, like draft for the tweet, and also the banner for the tweet.
Oh, okay. Pretty cool.
Yes, and then we also have like a pump fund trending, pump fund mover, but this is more like on the design part. So like what kind of design that still happening right now, so you can create a similar that a trending design from it. And then there is also the token starter kit, which is like if you want to launch token, you will need to prepare the logo or the tweet for launching, and or the token banner. You can use these resources to help you to prepare your token launch, something like that.
Very, very cool. And okay. And do you have any like any next like features or
Next.
releases in place for the agent side? So I see that you have like image generation, audio, right, video, and you have like something like I don't know, bot trading or something like that, or some other feature in the pipeline.
Actually, for the next step, we have a new sub product from Sona. It's called
I'll repeat.
yes.
Yeah, I would love to have scale being supported.
Yeah. Maybe we can make for scale as well.
I think
So
we should chat about it because I tried yesterday. Yeah, also looks very, very cool.
yeah. So what we're trying to build here is like an export to ecosystem. So but the first use case that we want to solve is also like how about the people that cannot code, how they can join the agentic era. So in here we create like a no code agent creation. They can create just by like define their identity, define the persona, define the skills, but they don't need to know how to code and how to deploy. It's all handled by the Orbit, and it's already integrated with the Open Cloud. For now, Solana wallet, and then the export to itself.
We can chat
And
about that later. No worries.
and but it's not only like we want to like, and then what after creating the agent, and then what, like in here, like you can aggregate any export to merchant that available on Orbit, but for now it's only Sona. So for example, like this, I would like to show. See in here, like we will have like another export to existing export to merchant that we can put in here, and user can choose freely which resources that they want to put in their agent, and they can like upgrade the price, so user can get revenue from their own agent. So
Yeah,
in
I
here,
really
like
it's very simple, right? Simple, but in the good way, in the sense that so it's something that sometimes might be complex, and you just break down things in a very step by step. After you get that, you'll have your own agent. Yeah, great work.
yeah, we do have like a 6 agent in here, and so it's look like I cannot see in here. Oh, this is my agent. So in here, like you can see like all the transaction that happen on your agent, like if it's being accessed from the other agent, or is it paying for the other agents. And each agent on Orbit can interact with each other. Like the discovery inside the Orbit is also there.
Awesome. Yeah.
Incredible. Incredible. Well, Ibam, yeah, looks incredible, man. Manel, any further questions for our guest?
Not really on my side. Yeah, just thank you very much to working with us with Scale. Just hope we can be on more products of yours. But yeah, thank you very much.
Looking forward to it, Manuel. Yeah.
Incredible. Well, Ibam, thank you so much. Guys, make sure you follow Exona_agent and go check out their product.
Yeah, go try it, because they deserve, and it's very easy to use. I think that's always a good thing when you can make something that's difficult easy to use.
Yep, 100%.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks so much for joining us, Ibam. See you again later.
Bye.
Bye.
So that's 3 out of 4, Manel.
Whew.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling just great. Can we do like 10 more?
No. Dude, I'm in so much pain. So I went to the gym, right? So I started going to the gym for the first time, and like I went on Tuesday and I did like biceps and chest, and bro, like yesterday it was okay, and today I'm in so much pain.
The second day is always the worst. Yeah.
My dad was like, "Are you ready to go to the gym again?" I was like, "No, I can't."
It's always the same. And you can blame on Sawyer, right?
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Yeah, Sawyer is just the difficult human being. But you know who isn't a difficult human being? Mr. Alex. Hello there.
Hello. How are you guys? Hello, Manuel. Hello, Falco.
Hello. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine. It's pretty much the evening in there. Just I told Ben, now it's the night is falling. When Papi is going to bed.
Where are you based?
France.
Ooh, oh, yeah, I can say more. Yeah, I'm Portuguese. I should know more French, but because I've learned in school, but yeah,
It's a very difficult language, actually. Even French doesn't speak correctly. French.
Bonjour, comment ça va? Ça va bien, et toi?
Yes, level 1.
Oh,
Level
Yeah,
1.
yeah,
I
yeah,
had
yeah,
already
yeah.
a discussion about the fitness. You did the legs already.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
worse. It's worse than the chest. The legs.
Damn it.
Okay, that's
Damn
good.
it. I
It's
am now. God
destruction, total destruction. After that,
damn.
you're just going to your home like on your hand, like why I did that?
I don't want that, man. I don't want that. Oh, incredible, incredible. Well, Alex, why don't you give the people a little introduction about yourself, who you are, and what you're building?
Yeah, sure. I'm Alex. I'm the founder of Relay AI. It's very complex to say because actually Relay AI is written relay, which in French means relay as well. So it always there is something.
Yeah.
It is AI. It is relay. It is Relay AI. What the hell is this? So that's for the little story. Even in the team, we don't know how to pronounce that name actually. So yeah, I'm the founder of this project. It actually came from a discussion I had with the PIA Notorious. I was talking about the friction for developers to implement X402 server side on the ends. The implementation itself is not really hard. It's not very complex. But as soon as you want to bring observability, for example, if you have multiple endpoints and you need to set price, so you need extra database, you need extra operational cost, you need extra people to work on that, and then the value slowly shift from the data that you want to provide to people to being almost like having a second Stripe platform, which is not good because people should focus on their business and the value they bring for their data, right? So we had that idea to bring a payment layer. Basically, it acts like a reverse proxy. It's a very easy tech at the first glance, and then we added more and more stuff in there. But the idea is pretty simple, actually. It's to provide to API a way to distribute their product with a paid payment layer on crypto using X402 protocol.
Incredible. Mano, this is all you, brother.
Yeah, to be honest, yeah, I've used Relay a lot of times, and it's just I was going to say simple, but in a good way. It's built on a simple way for devs to very quickly plug and play, right? So you can do basically everything there. You can use it just like a plain facilitator, right? Like a Pay AI, but you can also through their dashboard just you have an API and you can just transform it as an X42 endpoint in just like this, right?
We tried MCP instances for each API listed there. We offer an MCP instance, which means that every API there, in fact, become our own MCP for agent to be able to call them. We have actually 3 distribution channel. We have raw HTTP calls, so that's the common HTTP REST API calls. We have MCP, and we did a PR actually on Coinbase for that is a WebSocket. So it's X402 over WebSocket. You can get a persistent connection. It can be useful, for example, for RPC providers. So they could eventually list their RPC endpoint, and a user could have the proper WebSocket paid per call with that features. It will slow a little bit the thing because it's a reverse proxy, so there is one more call. This is not directly the RPC. It will have one more call, so may not be the best thing, for example, for sensible things like trading and so on. But it can be okay for other users. I think there is a value for that. But yeah, I speak too much. You didn't answer.
No.
No, you're good, man. You're good.
You tried the MCP thing. You need to try it.
Yeah, I haven't tried it yet. No. I just a lot of things. It's on my pipeline, to be honest, because I've tried all Relay products. So
yeah, I know. I was very impressed. Each time I see one of your, each time you drop a message on TG, and just
I need to.
What will he come with? He's crazy.
I need to test you guys. Like, if you build good things, why shouldn't I? Like, I only can thank you to be building on scale. I know dates. If you have success, we have success. So yeah, I just want you to all the success in the world and all the projects that we have building, we'll always push to you guys. Absolutely. And I think I speak for the both of us. I would love to see a demo of Relay.
Of course. Yeah.
I mean, I've seen it. It just
okay. Yeah. Okay.
I'll keep saying it.
I thought Falco was trying to say something, actually. That's why I just okay. Let me try to share my screen. Okay. Yeah, I can do that. So that's good. Just give me just 1 minute. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're all good, man.
I clean my screen because I have like 10 tabs open. Incredible. Okay, I will maybe end up. Okay, that's here. Okay, right.
There we go.
No, it's not the right screen actually.
Oh, okay. I will pull it up.
It's not the right screen at all. Let me do it again. Oh my god. I will
you
just.
also, I forgot about this. You also have like a marketplace for endpoints, and it's very well built. Yeah.
So let me just close this one. Okay, now I think I'll get the good one, because I had, if I want to showcase something on Scale, I had to use a MetaMask wallet, and I personally use Phantom.
You can try Rabi. I prefer Rabi wallet.
Yeah.
Yeah, much. I hope no one from MetaMask is listening to this. Yeah, it's just much better.
Okay, I think I will end up by sharing my whole screen, because just say so. Forgive me for all the mess in my screen.
No, you're all good, man. You're all good.
All right, it will be simpler, I think. Okay.
Here we go.
Okay, so that's the main page, basically. That's relay.fee. We also booked a domain called x42.fee for white label thing. So it means that every time an API is registered on our platform, you don't have to use relay.fee endpoints. You can have, like, for example, if you had an API and you integrate this in here, you could have like scale.x42.fee, which keeps some of the branding of the project, and it causes no friction. We also have custom payrolls and so on for that purpose. So yeah, basically works. You have a marketplace in there just to show. So that's not in admin mode. You have several API in there listed. It's the marketplace mode. The product is not intended to be used in a UI, right? You need to develop something. We have actually two verticals we are working for. It's for builders, so they build a web app or any Web3 app they want. They could use the API listed there in their dev. And we also target AI agent, of course. That's why we provide a MCP instance, for example. So it's made to be called by the programmatic way. It's not meant to be used like this, but we still have that marketplace so people can visualize what API is there. You have your wallet in there when you want to connect. I'm already connected with my MetaMask address. And you also have, like, because this is something that we do for people when they work with us. We have a project that came with a great idea. I think it's Infinality, the project name. I think it's them who look, we had a great call, but we have several people working on the API. It will be good if we can access to the same interface with more login than one. And so we create the team that you can create a team. And the owner, the first that logs and create the team, the owner of the team can invite people in, and you can all work as a team in that space and configure your product the way you want.
That's cool. That's a cool feature, yeah.
So to register an API, because this is a question we have, we often have, is how to configure an API. You can do this way. If you want to, it's not the best way, because you will have, then it's the manual way. So you give all the manual entry in there, but it can be quite time consuming, because you basically have to describe your API, and you would end up being like a human swagger doing this. I'm not sure that's the best way to go. And Lucas, my friend, did tell you that in here. It's recommended to use this way. So you use your API specs in there to link them. In fact, we do not download those API, which means that if you do, for example, some modification to an endpoint, let's say you add one query param in an endpoint for get, and then you add the second one. If you were about to upload a file in there, then we will be cooked. You will have to come back in the app and upgrade that open API spec, otherwise it will not work anymore. But we are not doing this. In fact, you just link your API here, and we live getting the Swagger file when the API is called. So it's always up to date. So in here, let me wait a sec. I will share back my screen in 1 minute. I need to get something for you guys to be able to show you how it looks. And for that, I need an actual Swagger URL. Let's say, okay. Just 1 sec, I'm here. We can talk about fitness if you want to while I'm checking this. I used to do this a lot, actually. I should go back to fitness, I think. I think it will be a good thing for me to do this. Okay, let me try with that one in here. So it's all right. So we will. Okay, should work. Okay, let me share back my screen and we are good to go. Sorry for that, guys.
No, you're all good, man.
All right, there we go.
There we go.
Okay, so here you pass the URL, and then you can have all your So you pass your URL, and then you have all your file, your Open API file parsed in that window, so you can do the proper configuration. So when we first released the product, it was very straightforward because you had only Solana blockchain, so it was Solana or Solana. There was only one facilitator, and there was only one version of X402. Now it's getting a little bit complex, but it's still, I would say, quite easy to implement. So first, you will choose your blockchain in there. For example, you will choose a SKALE, and choose then what you want to do. We had some requests for people that wanted their API to be available in Relay, but without the payment layer, which sounds a little bit strange for me at the first glance, but then I noticed that it makes sense because they would have that MCP instances, they would have that persistent WebSocket stuff. So they can even implement that and get some perks without having the actual payment layer, which for me still makes less sense than having the proxification, let's say, of Relay, but they're free to do this. Then you choose the facilitator in here. I think you support, guys, PAI facilitator.
Yeah, we do.
PAI facilitator support your blockchain. That's right. Correct.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So we may have to upgrade this because depending on the blockchain that you choose, you will then have the supported facilitator. And then I think I would like to say to Notorious that we didn't cheat it. We have not upgraded it yet. We will do this as soon as possible. So here you set up a mail. Okay, this is my API. You give a description, whatever you want. You give your website. Just one sec. Okay, you give in here your website. You give your X handle. I'm not sure because I'm not quite deep in the dev right now. It's more Lucas that is doing this. But here you fill you fill your endpoint, and then here you have your white label. So for example, you could have SKALE in here. You can see that the API is not correct here. We will fix that, but it's scale.x42.phi, which gives you a little bit of white label and keep your branding, as I explained to you. Here you choose your wallet address, choose some file banners. You have an API authentication key, which is an important thing because we are asking for the project to give us a Swagger link, so open API spec. If you don't put an API key in there, it means that your API is somehow, would say, available to anyone to use without going through the relay. So we implemented that. So yeah, we strongly advise our partners and projects, say, okay, look, you need to implement an API key, because if you have the choice to do some calls for something that is one way free and the other way paid, there is a chance that you would use the free one. Yeah. We also implemented the oath. So the oath is a technology. It's very interesting, actually, because X402 solves many problems, but there was one living in here. So when you use X402 natively, I mean, it's basically, I won't go too deeply technical, but it's an interceptor, in fact, in Node.js. So it goes in there, it intercepts the request, do the payment, and then request the original API. But the problem is then, if the initial API that you want to request is down or under maintenance, or it throws you an ugly 500, then you would have paid for data that is not working at all. So that's a problem. That's a very big problem. And the oath is solving that problem because it monitors the endpoints to make sure that they work through their platform. So we partnered with them, integrated the oath on our platform. You don't have to enable it, but I think it brings some more trust on the API listed here. If you say, okay, look, it's monitored, so if it doesn't work, it's not paid. The AI agent will not pay for a service that is not going to happen. We use X42 extension. I don't know if you know about that. It's a V2 that has been brought with V2 feature, brought by V2 feature, sorry, in here. Very interesting. It means that you can add some customization on your facilitator to allow for such a thing. That's why we developed it on a facilitator. It allows us to do some extra thing. For example, that Integritas little configuration allows you to get a receipt, because soon you'll see that agents will do service, pay for service, get paid for service, but then you'll need a receipt somehow. So Integritas is doing this. So we are always glad when Integritas is an API that is listed on our platform. And then we were very interested by their product because it's doing such a thing. And we're always glad to say, okay, look, you integrated in our platform, but your product is actually interesting us for our platform as well. So let's do mutual integration there. And that's what we done with Integritas. In here, then you just set up your price. So you can choose USDC, WF. So that's the token that are available on SKALE. If it were on Solana, for example, you could use any token, which means that a project that is launching a token with their platform could make their platform paid with their token, which will bring some kind of utility to the token, which often lacks in such a project. So that's the kind of thing that we provide. And then you do this basically for all the endpoints. Yeah. So I won't pass through all of that. You publish and you're good to go.
Yeah, it's super complete. Super
it's quite easy. Then people that comes in here, if I can just, you see, we have that Xona people that you received, I think, a few minutes ago. For example, in here, you will have Xona, and you can try the API from there. So in here, you can click on any of those things. So I think, you have some trading, and then you can test it out in here and get that receipt I talked to you. But you also can go. You can go where you can go. That's a good. I think it's in the dashboard here. You can go there, and here you have your playground in here, and you can test your calls and so on in there. To go back to show you a little bit about the paywalls, that white label branding that we think that I was talking about before. When you go to the API in there, I will take back again, I think Xona in here. I hope I will not have a bad effect. I think I have enough USDC to pay for Xona call. Let's try it out. I think there is one here. Where it is? It's here. So you see you have the paywall here. So basically, this is something that you can, it's not customized there. I will go chase after Xona, so he customized that endpoint for his own need. So here you can try, and that paywall will be pop each time an API is called, whatever you use the white label x42.phi or whatever you use, you will have that that paywalls popping if you didn't pay, which is the case in here, of course. So let me see. Okay. Believe me or not, it's the first time of my life I'm using MetaMask.
I just shared on our Telegram another one. For sure you'll like it. For sure you like it.
I will try. I never tried it. I discovered only today that there was a MetaMask card, credit card or something like this. I'm really a newbie. I'm a newbie. I'm totally. I guess the payment. I hope that the payment has been done, and that time is the time for the AI to get the whole thing. So there you go. So yeah, that's why it takes some time, because it calls the AI in here. See, because I think Xona is getting to confirm with them, but I think they get the image of the banner or something in the token, and then give all of that to an AI that parse it, and then there you go. You have your data. So in here, Xona didn't have to implement X42 on his own, and then you get paid here, and there is I think, but it will not bring much in my side, because I have no API listed. So I have, unfortunately, I'm poor and I have zero soul and I have nothing in there. That needs also, this is, I think the challenge that we have is, as we support more and more blockchain, for example, that, for example, might not be relevant, because it means that you would have some inconsistent result because it's marked Sol, but in fact it could be more than one blockchain. That's a few examples of the things that will come in terms of a little bug fix that we have here and there. But all in all, yeah, that's the platform. I think
you could perhaps, I'm getting ideas. You could perhaps like write it in USDC, and then when you go like over with your mouse, you just open a small like
and show the actual
the different balances between.
That's a pretty good idea, actually. I think I will talk to that with Lucas. So yeah, here it is. So we also have like here Meteor access. I chose the name. The team doesn't like that name. I like it. I like that name. So it's Meteor API access. So because when you're implementing X42, I already told you that you had to implement the X42 on server side, right? And it can be time consuming and so on. This is the discussion we just had. But what about the client side then? Because it's the same. You don't have the dashboards and so on. Don't get me wrong. It's not that hard, because you don't have like to set a price and maintain the price and so on. It's easier than on the server side. But still, you have to implement that X42 layer as well on server side. You have to fund the wallet. You have to keep that wallet fund and so on and so on. So here we provide some method API access. So you can fund a custodial wallet in our platform and fund it with the currency you own. It can be, I think we support EVM and SVM chain right now. It's in here. there, and then you can create in here wallet, and you have it VM and SVM wallet. So you fund that, and then you get an API key, which means that this is what is interesting. It means that you will not have to implement X402 at all, because Relay will then use your API key, because you will send the same request as you will do for X402, but instead of having payment required return X402 back to you to pay, you will then, to sign a transaction, to be more detailed, you will then have Relay handling the payment for you using your custodial wallet, fund that based on that API key. So you don't even have to touch crypto at all. So that's an effort that we put. So maybe some Web2 also, because this is something that I'd really like to have some Web2 API jumping in. It's not something that will be easy, I think, but that's ultimately some target that we have. So you don't even have to know anything about crypto. You can just from your wallet.
I think that kind of Web2 UX and user experience is something that's going to be super important when it comes to X402, and it's definitely something that we should jump deeper into next time. We are a little over 20 minutes over.
Oh, sorry. I told you I talk too much, way too much. All my friends tell me, you shut the
it's super. Listen, man, it was super interesting, genuinely, and I think that we're definitely gonna bring you back to dive deeper into the Web2 related UX and everything else you guys are building.
And we have a lot of new projects coming in from the hackathon that I could see easily using Relay.
Yeah.
A lot of them are like.
Maybe if you have some project name, we can discuss together with this. Very interesting.
Yeah. Absolutely. We always point our projects, whatever it is, games or some other applications, to our good partners. So you are one of them. So lucky you.
Thank you. You're a tremendous partner. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Alex, for hanging out. It's been a pleasure, my friend, and we look forward to talking to you again.
Yeah. See ya, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
So, Manel, episode 1. How do you think it went?
I think it went pretty good. You know what? I just noticed that I started here. And I have a problem. I moved too much. It was your cat.
My cat. Oh, I look at the show, Pee.
I think we can. Oh, it's beautiful.
You're right. All right.
I think it's a perfect ending.
Yeah, I agree.
The prettiest, living like the prettiest being, like not human being, like animal.
Yeah. She is a little princess, aren't you? Yeah. But Manel, this was fun. We should do it again. And thank you all so much for watching, and a special shout out to all of our guests. Make sure you follow them on socials, and sorry, I just got a message that threw me.
Just build things with them.
Just start building, man. That's what you got to do.
Yeah.
Build.
And if you build something, you can just come on our let's call it our show.
Yeah. Mine and Manel's show.
Like it wasn't a big thing.
Yeah. It's defo. It wasn't Ben's idea, and Ben's all of Ben's work is mine and Manel's show. Yeah. But again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. And we will. I believe we're going to be doing this every 2 weeks, so not next week, but the week after. So make sure you join us for that. And get ready to learn about some more amazing partners on the SKALE ecosystem. It's been a pleasure, and we'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.